can't take it anymore. I'm tired of dealing with my kids and they're arguing. All they do is argue with each other, squabbling, hitting, constantly nitpicking each other to the point of full-out arguments. They just don't get along. One thinks that they're always right and the other one blames everyone else for what they did wrong. Is it that they need a break from each other? It gets so bad, I just can't take it. I blow up and lose my cool. Is this happening in your house? Are your kids driving you crazy because they argue with each other all the time? If so, don't beat yourself up. You're not a bad parent. All this means is that there are 2 things you need back in your home right away. That's honor and brotherly love. Hey there, Mama. I'm Kimberly, the creator of Speak Life Badges, sticker award badges for kids. I'm a homeschooling mama to 3, an after-school tutor, and I send postcards to children all over Canada and the United States disguised as Austin the Hedgehog for Austin's Kids Club. This is the Renewed Mama podcast, where we come together like 2 mamas chatting away, taking some time to slow down, breathe, and check in with our thoughts, the words we are saying, our parenting approach, and our communication, because it's time to end the sibling squabbles and arguments and start walking in honor and brotherly love. When we allow arguing, squabbling, and constantly nitpicking in our homes among our children, it's disruptive. There's very little peace, no unity, and friendship. Your home needs honor and brotherly love. My home needs honor and brotherly love. So let's get this conversation started. You're listening or watching this now with the hopes of fixing this arguing that's going on in your home. Hey, maybe Kimberly will suggest something I haven't tried yet that will actually work. I'm tired of these kids always arguing. My suggestion to you, Mama, is to first step back and ask yourself, do I argue? Am I demonstrating an argumentative spirit with my husband, to my children? Where are they seeing or learning that this is okay? That it's acceptable to argue and to shout and to cry and to hit to get what they want? I always think it's a big eye-opener when you overhear how your children respond to each other when they are upset. Their tone of voice, their quick temper. I think, where did they learn that? Is that what I sound like? Did I teach them that? Our children will do what they see us do. They mirror us. So go to them and say, please, will you forgive me? I have demonstrated to you that it's okay to argue. I have allowed you to squabble and to nitpick each other and cry or hit to get what you want, and it's not okay. Will you forgive me? I am going to stop it, and so will you. We will work together from now on to treat each other with honor and with brotherly love. It doesn't matter whether they are 1 year old, 6, or 17. You apologize and ask them to forgive you, and then you stop it. You begin to demonstrate what it looks like to honor and to treat others with love. Keep listening or watching to find out how. And if you mess up again, you default to arguing when you are upset or frustrated, keep short accounts. Say, I'm sorry, I'm working on not arguing and I lost it. I messed up. I did not treat you with honor and love. Will you forgive me? Well, yeah, but Kimberly, I'm not an argumentative person. I don't like confrontation. I'm a peaceful person. My kids aren't learning this from me. Then consider this. While you may not be argumentative in nature, each time your child whines, they are arguing with you. Whining is arguing. It is insisting on your own way and things going your way. But as a young baby and a toddler, they don't know how to express to you in a better way. as to what they want or need, and that they don't like it when something isn't going their way. When they are a toddler and want that toy, they only know how to think in relation to what they want right now. I've got to have it, even if it's in the hand of my brother or sister. I'm hungry and food isn't coming fast enough, so they whine and cry. I don't like this food, so they spit it out. Understanding this now, can you look back and evaluate? Did you allow arguing? Are you still allowing arguing as a way to express their wants or their dissatisfaction with the situation? Are you allowing them to say, things aren't going my way and I'm going to fight you on it? That's what it is, and it's selfish. It's destructive. Once you acknowledge this is true in your home, great! There's a solution. We can move on and make things better. The first way you make it better is to confess where you went wrong. Humble yourself and say to your children and to your spouse, please forgive me. I have demonstrated to you that it's okay to argue. I have allowed you to argue, whine, squabble, and nitpick each other to get what you want, and it's not okay. Will you forgive me? We cannot keep this up. It's not healthy or happy in our home when we argue, is it? We are a family. We will work together from now on to treat each other with honor and brotherly love. It's that important. I had to tell it to you twice. If you don't confess first, if you just say, stop it, you can't behave like this anymore, stop arguing, or don't argue with me, there will be defiance and pushback. And it won't get better in your home. Your children need to see you humble yourself, confess the wrong done, and genuinely work to fix it. What a beautiful example you are to them in this, Mama. Next, when an argument breaks out and they are shouting or crying or hitting or pulling at the same toy, you go and break it up. Especially when they are little or you are working on changing this pattern in your home. You've got to show them a better way to behave. How else will they see a better way to respond if you don't guide them through what that can look like? Unless they're being dangerous to each other, don't step in to break it up until you yourself are calm. Don't go in anger. Don't stomp in there and say, what's going on? Who's not sharing? Why are you arguing again? We said we'd stop this. Is that going to help? They will instantly be on the defense and answer back that way, so don't attack. Many times I stayed in the kitchen just a little bit longer, praying for the right words to say before I went in to help them work through the dispute. You cannot correct your children with the same wrong behavior you're telling them not to do. If you don't want them to shout, argue, and misuse words to each other, then you can't either. They will instantly be on the defense and answer back that way, so don't attack. Stop and ask yourself, am I misunderstanding them? What's really going on here? Who wants their own way? If you need to, it is okay to say, Mommy is upset right now. Your argument made me feel upset too. I need a moment to calm down so that I can help you work through this argument with honor and love for each other. Then go in love with the intention to teach and with the belief that you are a family that honors and loves well in all situations. Speak that out over your home and your family. When my kids were really little, when they were too young to communicate their feelings and they were angry or arguing, I would just hug them. Hugging seemed to dispel the anger. I calmed myself down by closing my eyes and praying and breathing, all the while hugging them until I felt them melt. Sometimes it was a one-to-one hug, and sometimes it was a threesome hug. Sometimes we would all cry. Consider your posture. Don't stand looming over your children, pointing your finger at them. Even standing face to face, angry at each other. Makes it so easy for there to be a wall of defense. Instead, kneel down to their eye-to-eye level. Sit them on your lap. Sit down together on a couch. This is a softer, more endearing, not confrontational posture. But you must ask for and maintain eye contact. Even if you have to cup their little chin in your hand, they'll do everything they can to look away. They must look you in the eyes when you are talking to them. And you must look at them in their eyes too, with smiling, loving eyes. Eyes that say, I care about you and I want to help you to grow. They'll come to know that look and accept your teaching and know that you have the best in mind for them. Teach your children eye contact. It's a valuable life skill. When you are having fun and listening to their stories, keep eye contact. When you are in a teachable moment, keep eye contact. Imagine the confidence and the strength they will feel as an adult who maintains eye contact in good and confrontational situations. If you need to break up a fight, I encourage you not to shout across the room or the playground. Go to them at eye level and speak with a quiet, calm voice. Shouting across the room just adds to the moment, adds to the atmosphere that's going on there. Is this helpful so far? You will self-evaluate. Am I demonstrating an argumentative spirit? Am I allowing them to argue instead of grooming them as a better way to handle what they are feeling or wanting? If so, confess it and make it right. Go to break up the argument with the purpose of teaching them. Come with soft posture and expect eye contact. Do you want your words of encouragement and praise to have a lasting impact on your children? Then give them Speak Life Badges Sticker Awards. Here's what Erica had to say about Speak Life Badges. Today I challenged Clayton to take a baby step in bravery at the splash pad. I know these little word seeds of encouragement will grow and help him when he needs bravery in the future. At bedtime, I removed the sticker and placed it beside the mirror. Just glancing at it really encouraged my heart too. Words seem so small, but are so powerful and can completely change the way we view ourselves. Shop Speak Life Badges today at speaklifebadges.com. Now that everyone is calm, you have a ripe, teachable moment. Ask, how did you dishonor your sister? How did you dishonor your brother? Remember, you are developing honor for each other that wasn't there before. It's not, what did he do to you? Or what did she do to you? He hit me, did not, did to. It takes two people to argue, so both have a part in it, and somehow both have dishonored or disrespected each other. So teach them to take responsibility for their part in the argument by saying, I didn't ask what she did to you. I asked, how did you dishonor your sister? Then ask, what will you do to make it right? Again, both are responsible for their own actions and both need to make it right. Honoring each other is more important than getting what they want. That's a good one. Honoring each other is more important than getting what they want. Teach them to say, I felt dishonored when you grabbed the toy I was playing with. I was having fun playing with it. Or, you probably didn't mean it this way, but I felt dishonored when you teased me like that. It hurt my feelings. This empowers them to express to their sibling and to you what hurt their feelings in a way that's not accusatory or attacking. I felt dishonored when you this. Versus, you hurt me, you took my toy, you're so mean. Do you hear the difference? By teaching them to say, I felt dishonored when you, they learn how to communicate to bring restoration, and they do it in love, wanting to make things right rather than attack. We need that life skill as adults too, don't we? I mean, how many of us have been in a difficult situation because of offense or miscommunication? I didn't handle the conversation right with honor. You didn't handle the situation right with sincere love for the other person, and then division happens. Friendships, good sibling relationships got hurt and maybe still aren't mended today. Imagine if you taught this to your children at a young age. You wouldn't need to break up arguments when they are 6, 9, or 11 because they know the right way to navigate the argument. Your home, mama, is a safe place for them to learn conflict resolution if you demonstrate it and teach it to them. I ask my kids, are you going to grow up to be one of those adults who is quick to get angry, who can't keep friends, who can't work through an argument? No, mommy, I don't want to be one of those people. Well then, let's learn now how to handle this situation with honor. That's what you can say to your children. And if the arguing persists, you can calmly ask them, would you like to try that again, this time talking to your sister with honor? Speaking of life skills, your children need to be taught that they reap what they sow. If they sow or plant seeds of arguing, nitpicking, squabbling, being annoying, they will reap that. The fruit that they will harvest could be a nitpicky teacher, a bothersome classmate, an arguing spouse. Somehow it will show up in their life because they have sown it. Think back over your life. Where may you have sown or planted seeds of arguing, criticism, judgment, or discord, and then later reaped it? Teach them this principle of reaping and sowing by planting some seeds together. If we plant tomato seeds, what will grow? If you plant arguing, what will grow? More arguing. If you plant grabbing toys from your siblings' hands, what will grow? They will grab toys from your hands too. Now, don't let arguments linger. Deal with the situation then and there. Do not send your children to their bedrooms. For one reason, there's too many distractions in their bedrooms, too many toys to play with. But I'm also concerned about what lies they might choose to believe about the situation when they're sent to their bedroom. A few times, one of my daughters has angrily stomped off to her bedroom, and I hear her muttering there, talking to herself. I listened in and I heard her saying things that weren't true. I don't want her believing lies. Another reason you don't want to send them to their room without first resolving the argument is that you'll find that the arguing begins again once they come back out of their bedroom. This means you haven't dealt with the dishonor or the disrespect between your children. You just sent the arguing away for a while. So I encourage you to deal with this situation then and there. When you ask, how did you dishonor your sister? How did you dishonor your brother? And how will you make it right? You face the hurt feelings and the anger and the frustration right away. You talk about it. You work through it to come to a place of peace. And then you're done with it. You keep short accounts. This keeps their hearts sensitive to others. Wouldn't you agree that it's so much healthier and more peaceful than letting the anger and the upset fester? Remember that Speak Life badges are a tool that you can use to help your children remember that they share, they put others first, and that they are honoring. Give them a Speak Life badge at the start of the day before any of the arguments break out. Say, what another beautiful day we are going to have together. I believe that you and your brother will share your toys together. If he wants to play with the same toy as you, how will you share it with him? May I give you this sticker award because I believe in you to share. You have a heart that's willing to share. Or you can say, we have a special challenge today. We are going to see how many times we can put each other first. What does it mean to put others first? And then talk through some examples that they would understand. When we go to the park today, putting others first could be letting sister have the swing first. When we've got one piece of grilled cheese left and 3 people want some, we figure out a way to cut it so that each person gets a piece. The sticker award book, I Am Special, has I share, I forgive, I am kind, and I am loving. And then the sticker award book, I am priceless, has an I am honoring, I put others first, I walk in love, and I am self-controlled. Then use the scrips to help you to know what words to say to your child as you award them with a badge. Now it's your turn to tell me which one of these suggestions will help you end the arguing and nitpicking in your home. I'd love to hear from you. Tell me in a voice message using the recording app found on the main page of speaklifebadges.com. Real quick before you go, if this podcast has blessed you in some way, the number one way you can thank me is to leave a written review for the show over on Apple Podcast. It encourages me so much to hear from you and to know that this show is helping you to stay renewed. The second thing you can do for me is take a screenshot of this episode and share it on your Instagram stories and tag me at Speak Life Badges. Or DM another mama you know who needs to hear this truth so that they can be encouraged and renewed too. I bless you, mama. Your home is full of peace. Arguments don't belong there. Tell your children we are a family. We are a team. We fight for each other, not against. We help each other choose right. We cheer and support each other instead of putting each other down. We are known for honor and brotherly love. In fact, other people's kids will ask your kids, how come you don't fight with each other? I'm here for that. How about you? All my love to you. I'll see you next time.